sad. Hello everyone. I just wanted to plug the mic in and say welcome to the stream. Um, Thank you so much for the host, Dig. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we're playing Super Mario Bros. 1 randomized. I figured out we could do this about 6 months ago or so. I figured out there was a Super Mario Bros. Randomizer out there, and it shuffles around everything just enough in a chaotic way that is a little more chaotic than Super Mario Bros. 3 or Super Mario World, games that I take on the channel pretty often. So yeah, let's dive into it. The way that it works too is that any world can be any amount of levels. When you reach a castle level, once you beat the Bowser, then it transitions you to the next world. So it's fairly simple. Hope everyone's having an awesome Friday. If you're watching after the fact on the YouTube channel, you can actually watch all of my streams on YouTube. I upload every single one in full. And if you're not following already, click that follow button. Okay, I gotta be more cautious here. Got some Potobos to deal with, some Koopas. And all the sub-levels are also randomized as well. Yeah, without a mushroom I can't really do anything there. Nope, not looking for the warps. I set up the warps in this seed specifically to randomize. So if we did take a warp and try to skip ahead, it could potentially send you back like 3 worlds or forward. But I usually try to experience every level. Yeah, it is pretty funny that the castle music became our water music. And Hammer Bros underwater is not something you want to deal with. Welcome to the stream, Michelle, K. Broman, Selvig, Oosh. Thank you so much for tuning in. Super stressful. For March 10th, for Mario Day, I did a 7-hour stream where we randomized Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, Super Mario Land 2, and World. And I think I'm going to do a lot more of Mario 2 on the channel as well. It's just a little more finicky. There's a lot of opportunities for soft locks. You want me to go on mute again? I can. I can mute myself, if you want. Need that coffee. Ooh. Oh yeah, this level. Sometimes a can you mute yourself? Well, there's a mute button somewhere. Yeah, the interesting thing about this randomizer is that if you know a block is there, it may have randomized as an invisible block. So you just might not see it. It'll look like some blocks are disappeared, but if you know where all the different blocks are that have coins and power-ups and stuff, that helps. Alright, World 2 is just 6 levels long. Just. I'm digging the like ZX Spectrum sort of Amstrad PC looking palette that we have for Fire Mario. The really limited like early personal computers with the CMYK palette. It's pretty awesome. Super retro. If you've ever seen or heard of Super Mario Bros. Special, oh, this Bowser's not shooting blanks. But yeah, Super Mario Bros. Special was essentially like a port with all original levels of the original Mario Brothers. I think it was on the ZX Spectrum. Pretty sure. I want to see if I can beat Bowser with the fire and how much health he might have, because it's 0 to 15 is what we set up. Ah, shoot. Oh, cool. It's Podobo. Just be smart about this. There we go. Yeah, so that was a lot of health. Can you set all the blocks to invisible? I didn't know that. See, this is our World 1-1. One of them is invisible, one of them has a star, another one has a firefly. Plus Bowser decided to show up early, and yeah, this hidden one is not hidden anymore, it's just coins. Nice. I'm trying to see if I can, like, run and slide. Not easy to do in this game. Forget it. It's just not happening. 3 Koopas at the end here. Back up Fire Flower, and boom. So 1-1 became our 3-1, which is pretty cool. The thing I love about this game, and I mentioned it before in a few other streams, is that in Super Mario World, you have so much control over your gravity in your jumps. So the verticality of the jump, and a lot of the levels are built on verticality of the jump. And this game is so different. This game really gives you a lot of control of your momentum. And like, look at these crazy long jumps you can do as Mario. You can recover, you can't like mess with your jump as much in midair, but you can get really precise and also screw up really easily. But using the forward momentum, you basically explore levels through your manipulation of your horizontal jump and your jump distance, as opposed to in Super Mario World, where it's a lot more about how you can swing your jump and hold A to fall slower. Basically, you have the ability to mess with your gravity in that game. And it's cool to jump between the two of them, actually. No! Thought there was going to be a invisible block there. Hey, Sabarticus, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Did not see that Goomba. We were playing a little randomized Mario 1, just for fun. All the levels, all the items and stuff are shuffled around enemies. You don't need that. Can't carry a Starman through a pipe, so no patience. There we go. Dying to Goomba. That's what I do. What's here? I like the sort of golden, orange, and black palette that we have going on for Mario. Yes. You just really have to trust the forward momentum of Mario and just roll with it, you know? It's a game where you have to commit to your movements. Not that you don't have to in other games, but it's just that much more important in Super Mario Bros. 1. Okay, so we've got ourselves 5 levels in World 3. That's okay. Oh, I think you can do that. That's what you gotta do. Right? Yes. Okay, good. Nice. The winner is you, but your egg roll is in another castle. Gotta find that egg roll. Before. It's funny, it just makes me think of Skate or Die 2, which was a skateboarding game for the NES. And they had these underground segments where you would basically do like kickflips and ollies to like kill sewer rats in the sewers. And it had really hilariously dated late 80s, early 90s music. It was all about like rad and thrash and tubular and that kind of stuff. It was really funny. But thinking about, trying to find your egg roll in another castle and then immediately doing an underground level reminds me about the collectibles in that game, which were CD-ROMs and tacos and burritos that you found in the sewers, which was really gross. But they would give you the most points. Kind of like in real life, burritos give you the most points. Yes, please. Thanks again so much for the host, Dig. I appreciate it. World 4 is just two short levels. Oh, damn. Yes. Didn't even let that one attack. Now, we've also randomized one of the things about one of the attributes of Bowser, and it randomizes which Bowser weapon he'll use. So it might be the fire, it might be the hammers. It also randomizes the starting frame. So even if I had the muscle memory to just anticipate exactly what Bowser was going to do and when he was going to shoot the hammer, it completely randomizes the starting frame of the hammer attack and the fire attack. But, it's a cool feature, except Bowser's really easy in this game. You just gotta wait. Bowser basically himself is just like a level gate. A lot of Super Mario World ROM hacks or custom levels will use gates that you just have to wait for. See? Bowser's not tough at all. It's more of one of those things that it was just intimidating the first time you played it, so you have no idea how to get around them. But once you find out you can just run underneath them, it's just like, whatever. Which explains why most of the time he's usually pretty chill. Joining the party in Super Mario RPG, playing golf and Mario Kart, that kind of thing. He's just hanging out. Yes. Always satisfying to do those pipe clears. Those jumps that clear the pipes, but also the piranha plant. Just avoiding the hitbox. Oh, and that too. Oh. Great. It's not meant to be a Kaizo block, but we found a Kaizo block. Oh, yes. Damn. Get me out of here. Nice. World 6, shaking it up. The first run I've done of this was actually the very first stream that we did. I used the seed 3-up moon, or as close as I could interpret 3-up moon in numbers, for Mario 1 through 3 and World, and it was actually the very first stream that we did on the channel. Yeah. Oh. Damn it. Dying too cheap. Wow. Wow, dying too cheap. Yes. 64 coins. Pretty cool. That's not an egg roll, that's a headless Lakitu. Okay, a couple glitchy enemies. Ooh. There's a Super Mario World level that references this a little bit. You have to do something very similar. You throw a Koopa shell up, and then you have to run. It won't come though. I think it's despawned. Oh my god. Gotta be careful here. Nice. Yes. Trust in the bullet bill, and it will come to save you. Whew. World 7-2 already. This is a tricky one. The Goombas just blend right into the background. Yes. Just gotta roll with that forward momentum. Every time I hesitate with a jump or a movement, every time I hesitate with that, it's always a situation of instant death. Just never want to hesitate. Ooh. Okay, we're on a different rhythm than the fish here. There we go. That's better. Ooh. Just gotta wait here. That triple goom. There we go. There. There. Yes. Yep. Yep. Ooh, perfect. Not at all perfect. I used tons of save states. We just got lucky. Ooh. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, another hammer bro. Yes. Uh-huh. 7-4. burrito? I can't tell without my glasses. Is that an egg roll? Burrito. So I know that there's a lot of different ROM hacks that exist of Super Mario World, and also this as well. But I wonder if there's a ROM hack out there, if anybody knows, of Super Mario Bros. 1 with custom power-ups or custom enemies. Just like in the way that in some Super Mario World ROM hacks, people program custom ASM code to handle, like, you know, new coded behaviors of an enemy. I wonder. I know there's lots of limitations within the game itself, but I think it'd be pretty cool to look into. Definitely Mario 3 has some ROM hacks with custom enemies. I'm super interested to know about that. Right now, the only Super Mario Bros. 3 ROM hacks that I know of are Mario Adventure, which we're going to play on the stream, Super Mario Bros. Hard Mode, which is basically, I think, just like a Lost Levels of Mario 3, and Super Mario Bros. 3 Mix, which has a lot of inspiration from the first 3 games. I'm going to be playing all 3 of those ones on the stream, but custom enemies or custom power-ups. Besides those 3 games, I don't really know many other Super Mario Bros. 3 ROM hacks, to be honest. I'm super open. Always looking for new ones to play. Oh yes, someone last night was telling me about Return to Subcom. Mario 2 ROM hack. Highly interested in that. I played a ton of Mario 2 on Super Mario All-Stars back in the day. Never had it on NES. But then I also had it on the Advance. Right, it was Super Mario Advance 1. It was just a remake, basically. With those, like, super compressed voice clips. Super fun. Definitely gonna check out Return to Subcon for sure. I am curious about the tool for Mario 3 though. I'd be interested in making some Mario 3 levels if I could figure out how to do it. I have a Mac though, so a Mac with the latest operating system, so it actually limits you when it comes to ROM hacking, things like that. I know there was a tool back in the day called the Super Mario Bros. 3 Discombobulator, which is a program that let you mess with things in the game. But I used to mess around with that, and there was one for Mario 2, and also a really cool NES tile editor where I would sometimes just go in and swap out fonts on my original, like the fonts you see at the very top there. I would just take fonts from like Double Dragon that I liked better, and then replace them. Or replace like a Goomba with something from Zelda, just for fun. So I had a program like that, and then I also used to mess around in Lunar Magic. Hey Lucas, how's it going? Good morning. Doing an early morning Super Mario Bros. 1 randomizer. I randomized the first 3 Mario games, and then Mario World and Mario Land 2 the other day, on Wednesday, for Mario Day, which was March 10th. Had a blast. Lucas is the designer who put together my layout and the branding for the channel. Always stoked to have you on the channel. That's how you feel about the Japanese version of Castlevania 3, you don't like the fonts used in the North American version of that game. Interesting. That's my favorite of the early Castlevanias. 3, then 1, then 2. But I really, really like how 3 implements, which is on the NES as well, and it implements the different characters, which I thought was really cool. The fact that you could unlock different characters. Great music. One of my favorite soundtracks as well. Speaking of 3 is great, somebody in a stream the other day was telling me that Double Dragon 3 was their favorite of the 3 Double Dragons on NES. For me, 2 100% is, absolutely. Just in terms of tight controls, and I feel like difficulty curve, and just the amount of fun I've had playing co-op in that game. Double Dragon 1 feels a little jankier, it feels less refined in terms of the controls. But I always found Double Dragon 3 to be like a huge departure, and it felt really difficult to control. It just didn't have the same kind of flow. But 3 is most people's favorites for a lot of things now. I mean, if you think about it, the developers, like if you're able to do 3 games in the NES era, like Adventure Island 1, 2, and 3, the third one is super refined in terms of the mechanics. Oh, this is so silly. I'm sorry I have to redo this part. Same thing with Mario 3. They just got better at it. Castlevania 3. But yeah, Double Dragon 3 always felt so different. I have to get these running starts with Mario in this game and trust the forward momentum. Otherwise, you're not going to get anywhere with your jump. The same could be said with almost any console generation. Yeah, games got better. Yeah, that's true. Very true. But usually, like, I assume that the team that worked on Mario 1 also worked on Lost Levels and 3. That it was the same, like, programmers and artists and everyone involved. Sonic Team is like the antithesis of that. Where each new Sonic game, they just get new people to sort of interpret what they think Sonic is. Didn't he hang out with the president once in that one anime? Yeah. Let's put him in the real world. He's friends with the president, right? You know what? So dumb. Like, so dumb. I'm sorry. Nonsense. I do this very often. I have the save state buttons hooked up to my controller. So sometimes we accidentally use the Prince of Persia Sands of Times ability. The double-edged sword of save states. Yes. Dodge! Oh no. You just gotta trust the forward momentum. It's tricky here. A lot of that fish dodging is just luck. There's a lot of really close calls and like super tight moments when you play randomizers. I find it happens a lot in Super Mario Bros. 3. 8-6. To those that are just joining, we've randomized Super Mario Bros. 1, shuffled all the levels, and what determines the end of a world is a castle level. So we're basically playing until we hit a castle level. There's some music that's randomized. Every single brick that contains like a coin or multiple coins or invisible block or power-up is shuffled around. And Bowser has anywhere from 0 to 20 health, each Bowser. Oh no. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. That's what we're doing. Be very careful here. So I asked this in my Mario Day stream on Wednesday. But what was your very first Super Mario game that you played? Ever. For me, it was Donkey Kong. I had it on NES. But I played it at my cousin's house. He had it before me, and he had Donkey Kong Classics. And then years later, a couple years later, my uncle gifted me his NES and also had that game. A lot of people had said Super Mario 64 was their first Mario game ever. Super Mario Bros. 1, and also 3. Yeah, feel free to share in the chat. Great. Right on the spiny. Perfect. You too, Lucas. Thanks for dropping in. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for the awesome layout. I'm getting lots of use out of it, so really appreciate it. World 8-8. 8-8-8-8-8-8. Here to take on Bowser. Pretty sure we'll do this. And then this. Fish. Fish, fish. Get out of here, fish. Oh, that was so close. I don't know how he didn't get hit by that fire bar. That too. Holy crap. Holy crap. If the coffee doesn't wake you up, that tight platform will. Roll with it. Roll with it. Yes. Easiest final Bowser fight ever. Easy, easy. The winner is you. I poured root beer into a square glass. Now, I just have beer. Victory! But what about my egg roll? That was the whole reason for the quest. Oh, I get it. I get it. You save Peach, she accidentally ate the egg roll. She pours you a root beer to distract you, and now you just have beer. No, it's a dumb math joke. I'm gonna pull up another randomization seed. I made a couple of them, so just a moment. So if you want to play along with these levels. The seed we're going to be using is, it'll just pop up here in a second. Ooh, looks super messed up. It looks like World 1-1 is that castle level. It looks super glitchy. But the seed that we're using is 25F9B057. So there is an in-browser sort of web-based Super Mario Brothers randomizer. I use the web-based ones because I'm using a Mac, and there's not a lot of compatibility with third-party programs in the new Big Sur operating system, so I end up using the web-based ones a lot. But this is the seed. If you want to play along, by all means, join in. Alright, here we go. Should be able to do this, and you can see the super glitchy title screen. Reconnect that controller. Weird. Just this deck. Might have to just plug it in. Keep those tunes going for you. We're just listening to some chill remixes of music from Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, Yoshi's Island, and Super Mario World. There we go. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Alright, so our first level is a castle level with this seed. Damn, I despawned the mushroom. This game, and also Super Mario Bros. 3, can only handle one power-up on the screen at a time. Yes. Fast Koopa. Oh no! I was duped. I thought he wasn't going to attack. Yes. I also had a few retro NES randomizer streams this week and last week playing Adventure Island 2, which is a very floaty platformer by Hudson. There's 3 of them. I mentioned number 3 earlier, but it's really, really fun platformer game. I highly recommend playing 2 and 3. The first one's just a little primitive. It's kind of like what I talked about with Double Dragon. The first one just feels a little janky and a little less refined. But I highly recommend playing those games. And I was using a randomizer. The power-ups in those games are contained in power-up eggs, and you can unlock dinosaur buddies. And it has a unique control of its own, but one of the best NES platformers up there for me. With, games like Castlevania and Metroid, it just got its own unique charm. And so we randomize the dinosaur buddies, the power-up eggs, and the way the game works is that you have to collect fruit throughout the level. and things like, you know, roast beef and milk and stuff like that, like food, classic video game food, typical healing items. But you have to collect and fill up your energy meter, and as you move, oh yeah, let's make it. As you move forward in a level, like as you take steps or as you jump or attack, you end up losing your energy over time, so you have to constantly be picking up fruit. It's really difficult to manage when the game randomizes fruit and obstacles like rocks that can damage you and enemies all in the exact same pool. Normally, items and enemies are in different pools, so it's a pretty janky randomizer, but it's also very fun to experience those levels. Like, basically you can have one level that gives you no fruit at all. So I've experienced soft blocks in 3 of the seeds that we've done. You can also have a level that doesn't give you the right power-ups, and if you don't hold on to the right power-up, if you do get it early, you basically just can't make certain jumps, and then you can't progress from there. It would be like if you hit a question block in this game, or an invisible block, and then Bowser came out of it, or like a bullet bill or something like that. We gotta roll with this here. Fast, concise, and commit to jumps. That's the key. Oh, I can't see anything, so there's lag on my screen. Yes. Got it. Nice. Of course, look at that save state nonsense again. A lot of this stuff is just luck. Luck and timing. And lucky timing. Okay, save at the right spot. Should just save at the beginning of the levels. That's honestly the only thing I should do. Oh. Three green Koopas. Yes. I love the palette for Mario right now. It looks like some sort of inverted Luigi. No. It's actually not an ideal place for that Koopa to be. The hole is not an ideal place for Mario to be. Or Luigi. It's gotta be Luigi. Oh, there we go, there we go. Lots of fireworks. Okay. So whenever we come across a castle, that's going to signify the end of that level. Oh, we did it wrong. We're going to go down, up, up. Then we gotta go. Will this still work? If I did it out of order? No. it's gonna make me redo it, right? No, maybe not. Interesting. It still worked. And we didn't even have to face Bowser, so he obviously didn't realize that Maria here, Inverted Luigi, aka Maria, was invading the castle. On to World 4. I'm excited that later today to do more Link to the Past Randomizer. We started our first run sort of in an open world mode where we were able to start in Link's house but pick wherever we wanted to go first. And one of them, I would say, one of the more popular randomizers out there, and probably the randomizer that made retro randomizers popular, is the Link to the Past one. Also, the Super Metroid randomizer is super well regarded. Lots of people play it. And I've watched people for a long time play tournaments and races of Link to the Past randomizer on Speed Gaming, which is a really cool Twitch channel and YouTube channel. And with the intention to get better at the game and eventually maybe race someone on stream as part of the channel. We're going to do some multiplayer and multi-streamer streams coming up soon. Nice. Good palette for Fire Mario. Just trying to time that. Great. Super slowly. Hold on. Oh no. I may have missed out on a power-up. No. Saw that death coming a mile away. Abby, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Speaking of Adventure Island 2 earlier, you were playing Wonder Boy on Sega Master System the other day, weren't you? And you had mentioned something about how there's a connection between the Adventure Island series and... Oh no, we're stuck! This happened to me once before. There's a connection between the Adventure Island series by Hudson and the Wonder Boy series, because they have basically the same power-ups, the same weapons, the same enemies, they just have different main character sprites. And levels, obviously, different levels. So yeah, what was that connection? Remind me, was it that Hudson was like tasked to recreate the game and make their own version of it that was sellable on a different system? I can't remember which one came out first. But yeah, I had a blast trying a few more seeds and runs of Adventure Island 2 randomized earlier. The first Adventure Island is essentially Wonder Boy. Okay. So that came out first. And isn't Wonder Boy, the first Wonder Boy, was that an 8-bit game as well? That's the confusion that I have, because the Wonder Boy that I've seen people play is definitely 16-bit or 32-bit looking. Just a few different levels, different music, and a different protagonist. Interesting. Okay. And then I assume Adventure Island 2 and 3 are their own standalone games, and the sequels to Wonder Boy are standalone as well? Oh, okay, cool. So Sega made it first. That's what I was trying to clarify in my head. To those that are just joining, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Oh, be careful. We have shuffled around all of the levels in Super Mario Bros. 1 and the enemies, and every single brick that contains anything, really. Plus the music. And any world can have as many levels, so it can have up to 14 levels, I think. But every time you run into a castle level and beat Bowser, or run past an empty room that Bowser should be in, which can happen sometimes, it just triggers the next world. So we're on to World 4 or 5 here. Yeah, both Adventure Island and Wonder Boy went on to spawn series that were not connected afterwards. That's cool. Both series are great, though. I agree. I really don't like the first Adventure Island, though. It feels really janky on NES, but 2 and 3 are really great. And I've never really played Super Adventure Island that much. I know it differs a lot from In Control, from the NES ones. Yeah, honestly, I just think they didn't have the control. Where something like Super Mario Bros. 1, they nailed it when it came to the way you can use Mario's momentum in the air and the way you can control his jump. Super unique. It's also super unique in Super Mario Bros. 3 and in World. And with Adventure Island, it was like they weren't quite even there at that point of having refined jump physics to begin with. But there is something to it, though, that they were able to refine in 2 that's very similar, like the way that you hold the jump button down to get height, and how you can run similar to this game. Like, you'll notice that as soon as I start moving, I'm really slow, but then it'll kind of rev up. Your movements rev up and also kind of rev down. But nothing is instant in this game in terms of like things stopping on a dime. And Adventure Island does have a little bit of that going on. I always thought this was so inaccessible as a kid. I was like, damn, how do you get up there? Like, if only you had something like a brain. I never thought of doing that as a kid. It's so funny. Those perspective moments in levels. Okay. 42 coins, rocking that. That's awesome. 4-6 or not 4-6. That is the level. Got ourselves random fireworks. Here, fishy, fishy, fish. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Chunk. Now you're a turtle. For some reason, the Cheep Cheeps that spawn out of water turn into turtles. So you'll notice that sometimes when I jump, that Mario kind of sometimes almost like does like a little ledge grab or like kind of holds onto the wall, but only in certain scenarios. You can use that ledge grab. It's more refined in Mario 3, and it's even more refined in Super Mario World. And a lot of people use it to kind of clip through walls, specifically in this game. It's the same kind of like precise, like kind of just catching Mario's front foot onto the corner of a platform, and there's a little bit of like that look. The fact that we can step here on 2 pixels. You can utilize that to your advantage, and when you make a jump, you can just ledge grab, is what they call it, with the one foot, and see, like that, you know? But yeah, there's a moment where sometimes I'm jumping and like the third or fourth block high, we can almost, it almost looks like we can do a double jump. There are people who master that technique in Super Mario Bros. 3, and it's pretty insane what it can get you with very like precise frame inputs, which I'm not even going to begin to think about. Oh shoot! Yeah, he's still throwing hammers. Yeah, that's the only way. That's what we gotta do. Boom. Yeah, Abby, I saw that you were playing Super Adventure Island on stream a couple weeks back. I saw that. A little bit of that stream. Also, the Wonder Boy one. So the game that you were playing the other day, was that Wonder Boy 1? Was that the very first one, or were you playing like a sequel or one of the spin-offs? Just gotta roll with the tides here. Oh. It was Wonder Boy on the Master System. Cool. So the very first. Awesome. Most of the other games in the series play differently and add RPG elements. Is Alex Kidd connected to that series at all? Alex Kidd in Monster World. Because I know there's RPG elements in that, and it feels like at least aesthetically similar. Alex Kidd is just Alex Kidd. Okay, cool. What the? Get out of here. That hitbox was jank. I think it's just the fact that the characters have like giant heads, like their heads are the size of their entire torso in design. It's kind of how the characters look like in Adventure Island and Wonder Boy. And also Alex Kidd as well. It's like, okay, we have two equal-sized sections for the sprite. What should we do? One's the head, and the rest is the other one. Oh yeah, that's right. Alex Kidd in Shinobi World was a game that actually it was like a crossover game. Do the levels actually look like levels from Shinobi? And play like levels from Shinobi? Because that'd be pretty cool. That game is way too difficult though. Shinobi 3 specifically. Ultra difficult game. Epic soundtrack. I did not see that coming. Epic soundtrack and just really cool. Really cool game. It's all Shinobi-ish levels and enemies. Cool. DK mode. DK. What? What's DK mode? Is that like hulking out in the Mario universe? Instead of hulking out, you enter DK mode. A cheat from GoldenEye that gave everyone big heads and long arms. Oh no. I do not remember that. I remember GoldenEye 64, but I don't remember the cheats for it. That's hilarious. Is that a precursor to those like NBA Jam, like big head codes? Where eventually every sports game did it, where you got like a bobblehead. You could put in the bobblehead cheat, and then all your characters could have giant heads. There's a similar aesthetic going on there. That's hilarious, though. I would love to see Oddjob in DK mode, if someone has a screenshot. I feel like it would be nightmarish. NBA Jam came out before GoldenEye for sure, yeah. You're right. Oh, shoot. Oh, this is tough. That's a tough version of that level. Holy, with the fire. I feel like this seed is a little tougher. I was talking about big heads and older game characters. Nice. And it made me think of that. That's cool. I'm definitely going to look up Odd Job DK mode cheat. Right, because he's playable in GoldenEye. Am I right? Oh no. In multiplayer and he's broken as fuck. That's hilarious. Yeah, I have not played that game in years. Like years. Oh, get out of here. If you just get the timing off in these levels, it's just really annoying. No worries. Thanks for the lurk. Thanks for popping in, Abby. Appreciate it. Someone leaked the Xbox 360 remake, and it's fully playable on real console and emulator. Interesting. What real console can you play it on? On Xbox 360? Or any modern Xbox? I'm just gonna get out of here. Cool. Okay, we gotta be careful. It's like mutant Koopa abomination above us. I knew something was gonna happen. Don't want to go for the skip, for the warp. It didn't matter because you lose it when you transition from a pipe, but we cleared the level. Great. Awful when you don't set up your run. You really have to get that forward momentum going, and I just keep forgetting because I'm so used to playing Mario 3. And you can do some pretty like on the spot precise jumps in Mario 3, but you really have to wind up for the run in this. That's cool. Totally fine. Thank you, Maria. But your princess is in another castle. Oh no, don't do this to me. Double-edged sword. Double-edged sword. So because it is Friday today, I'm going to be doing a couple streams. I'm going to be continuing my Link to the Past randomizer stream. We are about halfway through the dungeons, in our first run ever, which I mentioned earlier. I'll be playing that at 1 p.m. Pacific. And also later this evening, we're going to continue, because it's Final Fantasy Friday on the channel. Every Friday we continue our Final Fantasy playthrough, and right now we're playing through Final Fantasy IX. Where we left off is right before the boss fight with Kuja in Disc 2, after we take on what is basically like the Tree of Life, or the Mana Tree. It's called the Aoife Tree from Final Fantasy IX. So I'm excited to dive into that. I stream every single day from 1 p.m. Pacific onward. Love the music and the atmosphere in 9. It's such a fun game. Yes. Also this Sunday, basically if you hang out in the chat, and if you're used to hanging out on Twitch, everyone has channel points, and our channel points are moonstones. You can earn them to redeem them for rewards, and the rewards that I have are emotes, game-specific emotes, that you can unlock and modify. You can remind me to hydrate, you can remind me to check my posture, you can name a character in an RPG that we're playing, whether it's Pokemon, which we're running a randomizer of that as well, or whether it's something like Final Fantasy IX. You can also suggest a game, and it's for our viewer request nights. Every Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be streaming games that people are redeeming and requesting. So at this point we've got 4 games. They're all on Super Nintendo, and they're all platformers. So this Sunday will be our first viewer request night. If you hang out, participate in raids in the channel, and earn watch streaks, you can actually earn more points. And at any time, not just on the viewer request nights, at any time you want to redeem that reward, you can. And, oh no, we need that momentum. But I'm excited to do our first viewer request night. You can request any game from Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, NES, Super NES, or Sega Genesis. And believe it or not, between 2 different subscribers, they each requested 1 Looney Tunes platformer and 1 Disney platformer. So we'll be playing 4 SNES platformers. One of them, Mickey Mania, I remember renting on Genesis and playing it on Genesis. And then the other one I owned the remake of on Game Boy Advance, which is The Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse. That one's a really fun Capcom platformer. Oh no, Mario's color scheme! Hey Itorama, how's it going? Savarticus, I would say that 6, 5, and 9 are my favorite Final Fantasies. I do really have an affinity for number 1 because it was the first one I played, but also really difficult game. A lot of unrefined stuff in number 1. One thing I'm really enjoying about revisiting Final Fantasy IX is a lot of the throwbacks to the melody, like melodic throwbacks to the Final Fantasy I soundtrack, but a lot of visual throwbacks to Final Fantasy VI, 4, 5, and 6. It's really cool to like have the return to form with the old classic Final Fantasy classes. Ooh, the Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy I is much better. I have the PlayStation Final Fantasy Origins port. I have that. Is that basically what the Game Boy Advance version is? Or is it its own thing? And Itorama, I agree. Magical Quest is the bomb. It's such a fun co-op game. They look similar though. I've seen screenshots of the Game Boy Advance FF1 and the PlayStation one. They look very similar. They removed the charge system in favor of normal MP. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. There we go. trust in Mario's momentum. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Here. I really like the evolution through playing Final Fantasy IX. I really like the evolution of the materia system to the ability system in Final Fantasy IX, and then eventually using those spheres to level up and power up each of your party members individually. And it is kind of nice to have the tie-in where each character is like a thief, a rogue, a paladin, a red mage, a blue mage, a black mage, a white mage, a summoner. So it's really, Final Fantasy IX is calling back to a lot of those classic classes from 5. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, this is nonsense. I can't talk and stream at the same time. There. But yeah, I like that the characters are alluded to be certain classes, but they're not kind of pigeonholed into the tropes of the class necessarily. Not as much. So lots of tropes going on in the writing of Final Fantasy IX, though, that's for sure. It's very dated for a game that came out in 2000. You can 100% tell. Instead of having to visit the inn to restore your magic, you can use ethers like in other Final Fantasy games. Okay, that's cool. No. I have to commit. This is what I mean about committing. You just have to commit to your long jumps. And if you don't, you'll always fall. You'll always die. Like, I can feel myself actually hesitating, like, when I make the jump. I'm like, nope, it's not gonna work. Really like the Fire Mario palette, the Raspberry Mario, it looks like. Yes. World 6-6 is 16 lives. Because the 1, for some reason, when you go into the double digits, it becomes a crown. It just looks like 666. That's funny. Let this guy go by. No. There's no need for that to happen. No need. Oh, it's a tough one. And doesn't need to be. Ooh, no. No. Yeah, see there, I did like a weird like wall jump ledge grab thing. I'll point it out next time, but it happens when you get the right arc of jump, and you're able to like pull your you look like you're falling, but you're able to pull yourself back up onto the ledge. Nice. There's a great start to a level. That's 100% supposed to have a Lakitu in it, but doesn't. A lack of Lakitu, I'm always down for. Always gets in our way in every single randomizer that we do. I'm excited that once we finish Final Fantasy IX, I try to do just one RPG at a time on the channel. The first one we did was Earthbound Randomized in Ancient Cave mode, which turns the game into a labyrinth. A randomized sort of 8-level labyrinth that uses an entrance randomizer to create a maze out of all the areas in the game. That was really fun. We beat Gaius in that, and then started Final Fantasy IX. But once we're done, we're going to dive into a classic N64 RPG, Paper Mario, and I'm really, really excited for that. Ancient Cave mode is really cool. If you're into randomizers at all, and classic RPGs, you can actually apply it to, I think Final Fantasy IV has free Enterprise. You can apply it to like a version of Ancient Cave mode, and that labyrinthian idea, to FF4, 5, and 6. I think you can do it. Some of it involves like adding code to the game. But there are some randomizers out there that let you do it. It's pretty cool. I found out about it through just watching people do races on YouTube and Twitch. Okay, we're in 7-2, but we don't know how long this level's gonna be. Staring the Koopa down. You think I'm afraid of you, Koopa? Come on. Don't die. Yes, please. I'll take it. As a matter of fact, it isn't. Oh no. There we go. Seven, 3. Oh, what is happening there? My controller did some wacky things. Some ultra wacky things. Weird. Weird musical glitches going on. Okay, here we go. So 7-3 is World 1-1. Which is pretty funny. Damn. Okay. I will return back to this room. They were like, the game was like, you have not finished collecting all coins in here. Sure, I'll take another one of these. Oh, yes, we're in a loop. We're in a loop. This is so funny. Is this a dead end? Is this seed really gonna troll us like this? It is. This is hilarious. Is this what hell feels like? Ah. At least he's getting coins over and over for all eternity. Instead of getting killed by a Goomba for all eternity. Over and over. What? I don't think there's anything I can do but, like, let the level kill us. So let's just put some better tunes on. While the timer runs out. Just get those lo-fi remixes going on. So yeah, it's not totally soft locked because we went down a pipe. So if we don't go down a pipe, we should be fine. Shouldn't affect us. I want to say thanks again to everyone who's tuning in live on twitch.tv/3up_moon. If you don't follow the channel already, consider clicking that follow button. It'll let you know when I go live and what I'm streaming next. But pretty much every day from 1 p.m. Pacific, I stream onward. I'll do like 2 to 3 streams a day. Different games, retro games, randomized retro games, and RPGs. I love a good old RPG. Dead. Alright, that's cool. Time up, I'm totally fine with that. Okay, no pipes. Oh my god, wow. Wow. That's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of shroom I'm looking for. Haha, great. Just hoping for that one last coin, just to get that extra one up at the end. Apparently, our number of lives is Crown C. That's how many lives we have. Oh, wow. That sucks. The platform didn't even spawn because there was too many sprites on the screen. Check it. Check it. This time it did. Lackluster flag jump. Five. Here's the castle. Oh. I'm out of here. Tried to use the fire. Just had to finish the job. Wow, World 8 is just going to be one castle level. Oh yeah. Shoot. Oh shoot. Get out of here. Yes. Yes. Ha ha ha. Just got splatooned. Get out of here. So this level doesn't really randomize. The fire bars are always here. The bloopers are always here. Yes. Oh, I get it. I get it. Get over here. Okay, somehow we were able to jump through the hitboxes of those hammers. And there we go. We were able to beat the second seed. Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible joke. A blind man walks into a bar and a table and a chair. You get randomized text every single time. Super silly. Well, that's funny. Let me just quickly get the other tunes on here. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me for this early morning stream. I usually stream around, like I said, 1 p.m. Pacific every single day. I don't normally do the early ones, but it was a fun impromptu stream. Have an amazing Friday. I will see everyone if you want to come back at 1 p.m. Pacific for Link to the Past Randomizer. We're going to be taking on the last half of the dungeons in the Dark World. Stick around. We can earn some extra moonstones, and let's raid somebody. Alright, we're going to raid one of my favorite streamers, 360 Chrism. He's an awesome streamer. He does a lot of randomizers of games like Super Mario 64, but also Pokemon and Pokemon XD, not just the Game Boy games. He also plays non-randomizers. Only person who's online right now that could be a good fit. He's also playing some Mario-related content as well. Stick around, give 360 Charisma a follow, and I'll see everyone at 1. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day.